Gratitude is not just a simple act or polite gesture. It is a force that can fundamentally change the way life is experienced. At first, it may seem ordinary, almost trivial, but the truth is that gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for transforming the mind, emotions, and even relationships. Life in its ordinary moments is filled with things often unnoticed: the soft light of morning, a warm cup of tea, a smile from a stranger, the comforting sound of familiar voices, the steady rhythm of a heartbeat. Each of these is a small gift, yet most people live their lives without truly noticing them. When a person begins to practice gratitude, something remarkable begins to happen. The human brain is naturally designed to notice danger, scarcity, and problems. This survival mechanism, inherited from thousands of years of evolution, makes humans excellent at spotting threats, but also makes it easy to focus on what is missing rather than what is present. Most people spend their days thinking about what they don't have, what went wrong, or what they fear may happen. Gratitude shifts this focus. It trains the mind to notice what is good, what is working, and what is valuable. The effect is not instant, but over time, it rewires perception, turning a life once clouded by worry and dissatisfaction into a life that feels lighter, richer, and more meaningful. Consider the psychological effects of gratitude. Scientific research shows that regular practice of gratitude can increase happiness, reduce stress, improve sleep, and even strengthen the immune system. When someone consciously acknowledges the positives in their life, the brain releases dopamine and serotonin, chemicals associated with pleasure and well-being. This biochemical response reinforces positive thinking and makes the brain more likely to seek out similar experiences in the future. It becomes a self-reinforcing cycle. Noticing the good leads to feeling better, which leads to noticing more good. Over months and years, this can transform the mental landscape, shifting attention from negativity to appreciation. Gratitude also profoundly affects relationships. People who consistently express appreciation experience stronger connections with others. Imagine a simple scenario. Someone takes the time to help a friend move into a new apartment. Expressing sincere gratitude for that effort, whether through words, a note, or even a thoughtful gesture, can make the helper feel valued and seen. This strengthens trust, deepens bonds, and encourages further acts of kindness. Conversely, when acts of generosity go unnoticed, relationships can weaken over time. Gratitude creates a ripple effect. Recognizing kindness inspires more kindness, not just from the person you are thanking, but often from others who witness it. Social scientists call this the virtuous cycle of gratitude, where positivity multiplies through repeated acknowledgement and appreciation. But the power of gratitude extends far beyond relationships. It changes the way we handle adversity. Life is unpredictable, and everyone encounters setbacks, failures, and disappointments. Most people respond with frustration, blame, or despair. Yet gratitude provides a different lens. It allows a person to acknowledge difficulties without being overwhelmed by them. A grateful perspective recognizes that even within hardships, there are lessons, opportunities, or hidden support. For example, someone facing the loss of a job may initially feel devastated. But through gratitude, they may notice the skills they developed, the friendships they formed during that period, or even the extra time available to explore new opportunities. This does not diminish the pain of loss. Rather, it balances it with awareness of what still exists and what can still be built. Daily gratitude practices, though simple, can create profound changes over time. writing down 3 things you are grateful for each day, pausing to reflect on the people and experiences that bring value to life, or mentally noting moments of beauty can strengthen neural pathways associated with positive emotions. Over time, the mind becomes more attuned to noticing and valuing the positive aspects of life. Even small, seemingly insignificant acts of recognition, like appreciating a colleague's effort at work, noticing the laughter of a friend, or acknowledging personal achievements, can compound into a greater sense of well-being. Gratitude also fosters resilience. Life will inevitably challenge anyone, testing patience, endurance, and hope. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulty. It is about responding to it with balance and strength. Gratitude builds this resilience because it encourages an internal resourcefulness, the recognition that even in struggle, there is something worth valuing. People who maintain a grateful mindset tend to recover from setbacks more quickly, experience less anxiety, and are better able to sustain optimism over the long term. It is not blind positivity. It is practical strength, a mental buffer that makes challenges easier to bear. Another profound effect of gratitude is its ability to reshape our understanding of success. Society often emphasizes material achievement, wealth, and status, creating an endless pursuit of more. Gratitude reminds us that abundance is not only measured by what we accumulate, but by what we notice and appreciate. A simple meal shared with loved ones, the warmth of a home, or a moment of laughter can create a sense of richness far beyond money or possessions. Paradoxically, people who are grateful often find themselves more motivated to achieve goals, not out of scarcity or fear, but out of joy, purpose, and clarity. Gratitude does not dampen ambition. It strengthens it by providing a foundation of contentment from which action can flow. Gratitude also enhances our perception of time. Modern life often feels rushed, fragmented, and overwhelming. People spend much of their energy worrying about the past or the future, leaving little space for presence. Gratitude encourages mindfulness. When someone takes a moment to recognize the value in their current experience, time seems to slow, and ordinary moments become more meaningful. A conversation with a friend, a quiet evening alone, or a walk in nature transforms from routine into something remarkable. Gratitude allows life to be lived fully in the present, rather than constantly chasing what comes next. Interestingly, gratitude is contagious. Observing someone express genuine appreciation can inspire others to reflect on their own lives. Communities, workplaces, and families benefit from this phenomenon. A culture of gratitude fosters cooperation, empathy, and mutual respect. Conversely, environments where appreciation is rare tend to amplify criticism, tension, and dissatisfaction. By choosing gratitude, individuals can not only transform their own lives, but also positively influence the people around them. Spiritual and philosophical traditions have long emphasized the transformative power of gratitude. In every culture, teachings point to the idea that appreciation, whether directed toward people, nature, or life itself, leads to fulfillment. This universality suggests that gratitude is not just a psychological trick, but a fundamental human principle. It connects people to something larger than themselves, creating a sense of purpose and belonging. Gratitude makes it easier to see life as interconnected, where each small act of kindness and recognition contributes to a broader harmony. Gratitude also nurtures personal growth. By focusing on what is present and valuable, people develop clarity about their priorities, values, and goals. This clarity allows for better decision-making, more authentic relationships, and a stronger sense of identity. A life guided by gratitude is not aimless, it is intentional. Gratitude cultivates patience, humility, and generosity. It makes ordinary experiences extraordinary and ordinary people remarkable, simply because they are appreciated and acknowledged. Moreover, gratitude amplifies joy. Happiness is not a permanent state, and many people chase fleeting moments of pleasure. Gratitude transforms ordinary happiness into deeper contentment by anchoring it in recognition of what already exists. A sunrise becomes more than light on the horizon. It becomes a symbol of continuity, hope, and renewal. A shared meal is not just food, it is connection, care, and sustenance. Through gratitude, the simple moments of life gain texture, depth, and meaning. On a neurological level, gratitude changes the brain. Neuroimaging studies show that expressing gratitude activates regions associated with learning, empathy, and reward. In other words, gratitude not only makes people feel good, it literally changes how their brains operate. People who regularly practice gratitude experience stronger emotional regulation, enhanced social cognition, and increased overall well-being. The practice is both mental and physical, affecting thoughts, emotions, and behaviors simultaneously. Gratitude also encourages a forward-looking perspective. People often become trapped in cycles of regret, envy, or comparison. Gratitude interrupts these patterns by redirecting attention to what is valuable in the present. This shift fosters hope, optimism, and a proactive approach to life. Instead of lamenting what is missing, grateful individuals focus on how they can build, contribute, and participate fully in their world. Ultimately, gratitude is not a temporary feeling or occasional action. It is a lifestyle. It does not erase difficulties, but it softens their impact. It does not guarantee success, but it cultivates an inner richness that makes life deeply fulfilling. It turns ordinary moments into treasures, ordinary people into sources of inspiration, and ordinary experiences into opportunities for reflection and growth. Life filtered through gratitude is not easier, but it is profoundly more meaningful. Gratitude transforms not just perception, but identity. When a person becomes grateful, they begin to see themselves as someone capable of noticing, appreciating, and contributing. They are no longer passive observers of life, but active participants, engaging with each moment, relationship, and challenge with awareness. They find joy in the mundane, courage in adversity, and hope in uncertainty. Gratitude is both the lens and the light through which life is experienced fully. In essence, gratitude changes life by reshaping thoughts, emotions, relationships, resilience, time perception, and purpose. It is practical, psychological, and profoundly human. Its effects multiply over time, creating a life that is more connected, content, and meaningful. Every moment, every interaction, every small event becomes an opportunity to recognize abundance. In doing so, gratitude does not merely improve life, it elevates it. Gratitude is not about perfection. It is not about pretending everything is fine or denying difficulties. It is about acknowledging the positive alongside the negative, finding balance, and nurturing awareness of what truly matters. When someone chooses gratitude, they choose presence over distraction, appreciation over resentment, and connection over isolation. This choice, repeated daily, becomes transformative. Life becomes less about what is missing and more about what is already here. The practice of gratitude is accessible to everyone. It does not require wealth, status, or special circumstances. All it requires is attention, intention, and reflection. By noticing the small gifts of each day, the laughter of a friend, a kind gesture, a moment of quiet reflection, life gradually becomes richer. Gratitude builds a mindset where fulfillment is less about external accumulation and more about internal recognition. It is both simple and profound, immediate and long-lasting. Ultimately, gratitude turns life into a continuous flow of appreciation, understanding, and growth. It allows ordinary days to shine, ordinary people to inspire, and ordinary experiences to become meaningful. By choosing gratitude, you are choosing not just to say thank you to the world, but to embrace life in its entirety. It opens doors to joy, resilience, and purpose, transforming life in ways that are subtle yet deeply enduring. Gratitude changes the mind, the heart, and the world. It makes happiness sustainable, relationships stronger, and challenges more manageable. It turns ordinary experiences into moments of wonder, and ordinary lives into stories of meaning. Life becomes more than survival. It becomes participation, awareness, and celebration. Gratitude is not just a feeling, an action, or a habit. It is a way of being. And in that way of being, life is forever transformed.